Hello, fair listener. Welcome and thank you for following our journey on metagaming by Rum Propelled Gaming. Fair warning, sometimes we are not safe for work, and others not safe for real life. Journey forth at your own risk. Now let's dive right back into Tarath. Through the campaign Alilopolis.
Ako you, Craig.
Fucking Craig.
Hitherto, the adventurers known as the Rum Rollers arrived at the Queen of sORCrates' palace, Queen Phiada. After finishing their shopping trip in the Blue Ring Market District, Mime, Cat, Hamilton, the Rowlson brothers, and Frederick engaged in some lunch near the cliff's edge, at the edge of the market. While discussing how to get the remaining pillows and candles ordered by Cat and the Rowlsons, a carriage driver by the name of Timothy approaches the group, offering his services. Finishing their food, the Rum Rollers meet Timothy out of the press of the crowd in the market district to dicker about the price of his services. Coming to terms, they are transported post-haste to the factory district, where they meet a late working gentleman by the name of Sir Tellus, and upon meeting him, they began the process of acquiring their pillows and candles, and became well acquainted upon introductions to the card services that are throughout sORCrates, and bargained for their own magical card making machine, as well as befriending Sir Tellus and offering to bring him to the palace to meet Queen Phiada, where they found themselves now standing above the city on the highest terrace, looking over at the brilliant red light of the sun set gleaming over the blue walls and bridges of sORCrates. The Rum Rollers enter the purple-roofed castle atop the highest terrace of the city. Let's find out what happened this time.
You know, guys, do you think maybe it might have been a bad idea to invite a total stranger straight into the Queen's chamber? Might that have been a terrible idea? We'll find out.
I mean, we're
I
total
feel
strangers.
like total
The
stranger
Queen doesn't
going
know.
into the Queen's.
The Queen doesn't know how many rum rollers there are. It's fine.
It's true.
Maybe we should tell our new friend, though, that the Queen is unaware of their position.
If I was there, I'd roll an insight check on this guy because it's me, but I'm also not there, and my character wouldn't do that. They'd be hanging off of them as best friends.
The map is just.
Sure. What was that?
My map
sorry.
is just the table. I don't know if that's intentional or not.
I got it now. I'll bring it over.
Yeah, I'm also just a table.
And there we are.
I wish I was a table.
Castle sORCrates.
Could set stuff on me.
Were you guys saying some of those comments maybe out loud, or was that just all meta? Because
That was just me. I wasn't looking.
Meta.
Yeah.
Just double checking, because I was going to respond as Sir Tellus otherwise.
Wait, is that his name now? Sir Tellus?
Yep. A long pause and pondering. That's what my brain bubbled out of.
Nice. It's a good number. Well, we awkwardly stare at the Queen.
Oh, she's not there. You guys.
Oh.
I was
So
gonna say, did it load yet?
You guys find yourselves in the entry hall of the castle after crossing into it from Timothy's carriage, and are standing there in this enormous entry hall. Easily, you can see hundreds of feet long and
Wow.
hundreds of feet wide, and definitely 50 feet high at the minimum, towards a center chamber that's inside of the entry hall too, that's completely open to the sky. You can tell because light's streaming into it, and
Oh,
there's
wow.
plants growing with small little waterfalls trickling and large statues just along the path of the entry in the center of the entry courtyard.
Is
I'm
there a
gonna lean over.
refreshments table? Like cucumber water, little sandwiches
Negative.
for visitors?
There does seem to be some sort of individual standing at the bottom of the steps, waiting patiently with their hands behind their back and their eyes forward. And you were saying, Mime?
My screen is
Awesome.
black.
Lean over to the person who's closest to me and just be like, looks like they're compensating for something, huh? Anyway, I guess there's a person.
Yep. Do you guys see
Ah.
everything I heard? Zach,
Yeah.
Screen is black.
might need to refresh.
I was gonna say
I
I can
did-
see now. How do you get the turn order to go away?
Oh, I got that. Only I can control it. Sorry. That was from last session.
Nope.
All those bugs.
You know what the problem is?
Did
You're
you
not
never
there,
give
Nep.
me vision? Oh.
No, you're not. You weren't here last session. The last
No, I
thing.
wasn't.
That's my apologies. I should have recalled that for this particular instance. So the last thing you remember, Nep, is you were in the market district, and you were entering it, and the plate buzzed. And upon the plate buzzing, you opened it and found 4 large humanoid cats.
I
naming
did meet
themselves.
Rarl.
Yep, naming themselves as the Rarlson brothers, and Rarl, Grarl, Jarl, and Jeffrey. And after confusing introductions to them and the rest of the rum rollers in the market, you went back into Adune to take a nap, basically. So you didn't get any time in the market. You've been napping there. That's the last thing you remember, if I remember correctly.
So I wasn't a part of the adventure to get pillows and candles, so I'm not a weirdo.
Hey now.
Although, Nep probably would have been down.
Don't yuck our yum.
It's a party.
Speaking of, too, at this point, too, I would say the plate would start kind of buzzing in your sack, I believe it is in Mime, who you'd handed the plate off to, Nep.
All the good stuff's in my sack. Okay, so if I feel it buzzing,
Are
I'm
they
gonna
already
drop.
in the court?
You feel it buzzing,
Yeah, so I'm gonna
and you take it out.
take the plate to my backpack.
Okay.
Because I know what this means.
We could fit like a whole army in that thing and just like pop out.
I mean, yeah, we could.
Like boom, coup.
Who needs
Or you
army
know,
transportation or logistics for it when we just have a plate?
A plate.
Surprise army.
Oh, what up, Nep? Welcome back.
Do I need to spin it? Yeah. Thanks for having me. Oh,
Yeah, you might
I'm
want to
here.
roll for me there for spinning it up.
And a performance.
Yep.
oh, I have. Well,
Oh shit! Look at you. You should always spin the
Oh.
plate.
So in that case, you go to pick up the plate, Mime, out of your bag, and as it's in your hand, you feel the buzzing turn into a bit more than that, and it starts almost vibrating out of your hand. And as you go to catch it, it starts to rotate in the air. Because Nep, you spun it on the other side. What happens as it's rotating in the air, it starts to spin quicker before it hits the ground, and I'm assuming you would step through at that point, and as you're reaching to grab the falling plate, Mime, the portal opens in front of you, and Nep steps out.
I'm gonna
Well, it's
shoot
been a
Nep some
minute.
finger guns.
Oh, my
You're not gonna,
friend,
like,
welcome.
blast me. Roll. Played any good tunes?
Well, you see, I stopped being a bard. But I'm still very charismatic and I can play tunes, so I will be your backup.
I could always use a backup singer.
I gesture at my brothers. We all will, and then we all break out into like a little jig.
Are we down to do a musical dance number right now?
Always.
Right now, this is the Disney Channel. We just break out in song.
Maybe we wait until we're in front of the queen, like do it and like, warm her up, like rev her engine, so to speak.
I do seem to remember that she was supposed to be located in a chamber that had an odd name.
But that's very subjective.
We
I
can
can't
always
remember the
go
name, and I
ask
didn't
this
write it down.
lovely gent at the top of the stairs.
Oh yeah, that guy we've been ignoring.
At the bottom of the stairs, by the way, Kat, as you step down the steps, the 4 steps down into the courtyard, the gentleman there with his feathered hat and plumage looks down his nose at you as you walk in front of him, and then steps forward and says, "Oh, sorry, I went too high. It didn't catch it all.
Yeah, cut you out.
Whose chicken is this?"
That'd
Looking
be
up at
ours.
him, I stomp and I begawk.
I'm gonna yell down, "Nobody owns that chicken. It's autonomous.
Free chicken.
He'll your eyes out."
Free chicken. Oh, so I can have it for dinner. Then he
If you
goes
can
down.
catch it.
Best of
If
luck.
you can make it lay an egg.
Take off and I run.
Oh,
I
you're
wanna
not
see
gonna
this guy
fireball him?
chase me. No,
He-
I want to see
he-
it try to chase me.
He does look at the chicken first, and then start to head off in that direction, but waits one hot, like hesitates for sure because he's looking at the larger group of people that have walked in besides the chicken, and goes,
Wait.
so
We can sit here if you want to catch the chicken.
also
I'm lying
true.
through my teeth.
I'm
Or
assuming
you
you're not back yet either.
I'm home.
Oh, okay. Then you could roll a deception on that part. But I was going to say, too, to wrap up the plate thing, maybe before you picked it up, I'm guessing, anyways. For now, Frederick walks through it and yawns, "I'm just going to take a nap on a due day." Same with Hamilton.
I'm sure Dune enjoys the company. Oh yeah, we have to remember to bring a Dune friends. Maybe the queen will give us some fish for a Dune.
Yeah.
I haven't forgotten about that.
8. Let me roll against that.
Big grin. All
Okay.
4 of us have our fingers crossed behind our back.
Wow.
So they're staring at you, but they kind of just shrug it off and still say, "Well, I'm technically not allowed to leave my post, and it is just a chicken. I would call for a runner, though, to announce your entry into the queen if you are here to meet her. Presumably," says the queen.
Yeah, Mime steps up, looking around, seeing that they're the sharpest dressed of anybody, most likely
Oh,
to get
yeah.
talked to, like in a reasonable tone. and walks up and be like, yes, we are invited guests of the queen. We are very eager to meet her. Could you point us in the correct direction?
To add some clarity to the situation for me, because we hadn't ever explicitly said in one way or the other about your dress and your attire, because it was just going to be awesome and amazing and just the best of the top of the style. Is it still androgynous?
Uh-huh.
It's not a skirt?
Yeah, so there's
it's not-
pants. No, they're pants, and it's a waistcoat. You know, they're not too tightly fitting, but they're cut very well. It's like a green color with gold scroll work all over. So the fabric isn't plain. Like, there is fancy embroidery. That's how this person, right? So I said I didn't want it cut very strangely, but I wanted it to be nice. So they went extravagant on like the details and the embroidery and the stitching, and it's gold thread all over the place on this like real royal green.
Beautiful.
Big shiny buttons.
To you would look you up and down.
Yes, sir. Well, how should we introduce you all to the queen? As an address, you know.
Ah, the rum rollers have arrived.
His eyes grow extremely large, and he goes, "Oh!" And he looks off at the chicken.
Oh, I am so sorry. Please excuse my ignorance.
And he just turns around the corner and hollers down the hallway with a "Some arrived!" And you hear it echoing just off in throughout the castle. And although he went in that direction and it seems to echo quite nicely, he points in this direction, the opposite of that of which.
Okay.
So if you guys entered, he walked off to the left,
west.
and then he pointed to the west as to say, the queen would be just in her audience hall if you go that direction, and then take the very next right through the archway.
So wait, are we going left or right?
Oh, from
Left
here
and
you would be taking a right and then a right.
Okay.
All right,
gonna
I
start
just start
walking this
marching
way.
down the hallway because nobody's gonna stop me.
So you guys know too, it's getting on the evening. Some of the castle torches are already being lit throughout the hallways, even though the courtyards are still fairly alight with daylight.
Wait,
Yeah.
what was
I'm gonna
the
turn
goal of
around
us
and yell
being
at
here
everybody else.
again? To save
Meet the
somebody,
queen?
right? Meet the
No,
queen.
to meet the queen and get a flying ship.
Mm. Oh yeah. Quick question. Does a cannon count as just like a weapon?
It
Like a
depends
ship?
upon the
I don't
size of the.
understand.
Yeah, it would definitely be a weapon. I don't know what you mean though.
I'm looking at the Hexblade's ability to teleport a weapon to them.
Oh,
You
I
might
thought
need to-
Hexblade is specifically melee
Let's see.
until you get to like
You can
the
keep going too. Sorry. I
Pact
don't
of the
mean to-
Blade.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna yell at everybody to like, because nobody's moving. I'm gonna turn around and be like, hey. The rum rollers are going this way.
I want to just peek around the corner of the door frame.
And looking inside, you see, Kat, a person standing in the center of what looks like to be a audience chamber. Although you can't see into the throne room, it appears you can see to where the dais is that is presenting towards the throne room. You can only presume because there's someone standing there and making their case of something. You can't quite make out the words. If you want to, you can try and roll a perception for me because you're a good 50 feet or so more away.
14.
So it seems like they're yelling from the position that they're at because they are agitated, and they're saying something along the lines, Queen, you must understand the workers. They can't just party all the time. And you hear some other distant sounds that sounds like somebody responding, and she's you're squinting now, and you can seeing the person is kind of a lower class dress, and she's saying, even more yelling and frustrated now, "No, my queen, they don't have money to go to the clubs and have a good time. What do you mean?" And then you just hear one of the guards, or you see rather one of the guards walk up and say, "It is too late in the day. Dismissed. She'll discuss such matters on the next council meeting. You are here out of turn, Councilwoman Olaf." And in a huff, the woman looks off in your direction, looks up at the queen, and then marches off farther west into the castle.
Oh. Who do I see chilling on the bench? Because I'm looking at it and I see feathers and a bow.
Here?
Yeah.
You're actually seeing a squat dwarf that looks to be either waiting their turn, or you're not real sure. He seems to be maybe napping. His eyes are closed. His hand's on a sword of really good make, but the bow just seems to be his arms off to either side on other sides of his hip, and he's got a feathered helm
Okay.
that he's wearing.
I see that now.
Yeah, real fancy hat.
And he's actually, sorry, not a dwarf. Opposite of a dwarf. He's a giant. He's like,
He's slightly larger than a dwarf.
I was just looking at the scale of the map and I was like, oh yeah, never mind. Because like the plant next to him, I was kind of gauging off the plant, but plants are hard to gauge scale off of sometimes. And then I looked at the human next to the plant. I'm like, oh, never mind. Giant, not dwarf.
Easy mistake to make.
All right, I'm
does
just
this
gonna
mean that?
in.
Yeah, the room rulers are going in,
Yep.
driving on in, starting this
And
party.
I'm gonna walk very upright and proud like I'm supposed to be there, and nobody's gonna stop me.
Is it our turn? Or we just told to come in?
Nobody said
it
for
what?
us to come in or for us to leave. Just started marching in.
Okay, didn't know if there's a order of them seeing us.
And
Oh, yeah,
oddly,
they call us pretty loud.
Yeah.
as you, Mime, are the first person to step there too, and then following Cat, it looks like, and then slowly Nip there. I'm not. Did you get lost there, the Rawlsons?
Oh, I'm moving them right now.
Okay.
So Rarl is going to join them, but the other three are going to wander off in different directions. And they're just going to kind of explore the area.
Just have a nice, quiet investigation.
And you see that ping.
Um.
The map is huge, so you might not be able to.
Oh, I had to zoom out. Okay, do it again. There it is.
That would be where Rarlson is going.
Yeah. Hey guys, sorry, I had to catch up.
And
I wave at this guy as I pass. Hi.
As you're waving at that guy, the other three are stepping what seems to be like just a shadowed portion on the tile. But as soon as you get there, an echo that seems to come from all directions and focus towards the queen's dais and her throne.
Do we notice the echo as we're stepping onto this shaded part of the flooring?
Yes, the echo is that of the guy that had announced you from the beginning, and it's exactly his voice. Seems to be some sort of either timed magic or something, but it is projected into her throne room, which is this flourishing bouquet of flowers, purples and reds, just bursting forth all around, as well as a comfy plush couches in front of you, just past the guards that are standing in the way. And she's sitting at this large book that is easily 30 feet across. Each page has to be, 15 feet wide and 20 feet. You're wondering how she's handling these pages with two hands, even as she's turning one. And she's got a couple maids, it looks like, helping her with that, as well as one or two giants that seem to be taking turns helping move the pages and interpret some stuff on the page. At the note of your guys' entrance of "The rum rollers have arrived," she looks up and goes, "Ah, yes, who are you all?"
Does she remember who we are?
She's never met you.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna shoot her some finger guns.
Oh, did we end up taking Tim?
Yeah, Tim should be with us.
Oh, right. He
Or
should
no,
be following you. Tell us.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Maybe
tell him.
Tell us is his name, like Telles. I'll type it in here. So tell us.
Tell us. Tell us your name. Okay.
Have you guys seen the British comedy skit where if you featured Hugh something, the guy who played House on House, where like my name is, and then he just does like a little dance and drop his lighter, or he drops his lighter and it's like my name is William, and drops lighter, and then kind of reminds me of that moment.
William drops lighter.
Well, he drops his lighter like it's an action. My name is William.
He
Yeah, it's
who
like who's on
drops.
first.
Yeah, Hugh Laurie. That's the
Hugh Laurie, yeah. I like Hugh Laurie.
Mhm.
Avenue 5 on HBO. But I digress.
this one.
So does anyone respond to "How are you doing"?
Oh, I shoot her some
forgot.
finger guns.
Ah,
I do jazz hands and say, "Excellent! I've never been here before."
Royalty. Never met one.
does Nep freeze?
Not this
A
one.
little bit. He knows it's severe. Like there's etiquette, but he does not know any of it. He's from the hills.
Mm-hmm.
Right, there is etiquette. And I feel like having been trained at a school, granted it was a wizard school, but they would have taught some etiquette. I'm gonna like hop forward, bagawk really loudly, and then just do like a very sweeping, dramatic bow if they can see me do that at all.
You are a goodly another 50 feet still yet from the queen, just because of the orientation of her entry chambers and the guards that seem to be positioned here. And she though squints and kind of puts her hand over her eyes and goes, "Ah, that must be Ket, and I believe that is Captain Mime giving me the finger guns."
I'm gonna tilt
Turned
my
in
hat.
Go ahead.
That's it. I just do a gesture. I just tilt my hat.
Now is when you should do the show and dance. To really like go to instruction.
You said give her show and dance.
Earlier, you wanted to do a dance routine.
Yeah.
This is the time. Yeah.
I can do that. Do you want
Really
me to
impressive.
play some music as we walk in?
You're the bard. I'm the backup dancer.
I'm down to whip out my fiddle.
Oh, well then. I like.
I think we have a candle for that.
With you.
I guess I'm gonna like chitter and call my brothers to me while they were wandering, and once they get here, we will assist in a introductory dance routine.
After I give my bow, I'm just gonna turn back and hop up onto Mime's shoulder and just try to give her as much support since she's the captain here. Just gonna go along with what she does. What they do, sorry.
Sprinting down the hall as fast as they can run, with no heed for etiquette. My siblings run in, ready for a dance battle.
Mimi looks like it. She's in charge of just a bunch of farm animals.
I mean, I am captain of the ship. You never promised any sort of manners.
They sprint in. I'm gonna give myself, if that's all right, a saving throw to not get bowled over by all three of them as they sprint in.
Sure. Dex, probably.
Badu. Oh, look at that.
I managed to like kind of swing out of the way as they all pile up on each other, and we turn to Nap and we say, "Whenever you're ready, buddy." We fall in line behind you and start snapping.
There you go. I want to play the piece I've been practicing for a long while. Or something. Wait. Should it be jazzy?
Yes.
Like,
Do you
what's
guys
good
have
chord
like a
music?
theme song, like a rum roller theme song? If not, you should make one. You
Time
could
for
make
you
it
to
right
make one.
now.
Yeah.
I am not musically inclined.
You're a bard.
Oh, me myself is not musically inclined.
Well, we could just say we make one and let the dice decide.
I mean,
Oh, for me grog, me jolly jolly grog.
So you start playing, and
I'd already become like a court jester or something.
And we're
Ooh,
all
nice.
behind him, giving him whatever we can.
Is it bad campaign?
good campaign.
This is a good
No.
campaign.
We and you're standing in front of the Queen Phiada, and do you want you? I know you don't have anything prepared in the way of musical numbers, but do you have any idea of how you might be presenting your companions, who are here, and or any physical motions that you're trying to do in particular, in the process, just to help
Hi, Joe.
illuminate.
Well,
what
I've seen Mime bow, and seeing
Mhm.
that she's definitely of higher social standing, I'm guessing I probably should be on a knee. At least. Or
Okay.
hoof.
So, with that performance, I would say then you step forward in front of the group, and the Rarlsons step behind you, mimicking you at first, and you take a knee, all of you, all at once, in front of the Queen, bowing your heads, and she says, "No need for all of that." And then, as soon as you come up, you're strumming on your, or rather, it's a fiddle, so it's
Join
Ever went down to
the
Georgia
orchestra,
or
I
Cotton
guess.
Eye Joe?
I was thinking, for this occasion, it definitely feels
Double
like it
went-
should be like Beethoven or something.
The devil went down to titty sprinkles.
and you're playing a mellow tune then that has some playfulness as well as that you're adding some tunage to some of the triumphs that you've been heard tell from the Rum Rollers and their exploits so far before you were joining them, and then up to the point where you had joined them yourself and how you had triumphed over the lava tower, whether that be true or not, and how you escaped the professional necromancy cult with barely unscathed, other than some paperwork.
Oh yeah.
And had made your way here away from a dragon, and it was all in the slowly ever increasing more fanciful tunes as you explored sORCrates, and telling her how much you appreciate her city of sORCrates, all in the tune and in the lyrics.
And how much we've stimulated the economy by buying all the pillows and candles.
Being the last note, and she just starts clapping at about a quarter of the way through, and then cheering as you guys beat the tower, and laughing as you're ending it with the helping the economy and buying pillows and candles. And then she goes on to from her laughter, just barely breathing, and says, well, you might need those candles and pillows. If you spend much time around me, if you haven't heard, I'm a bit of a party fiend.
Sounds like our
Could
kind
I
of lady.
use some persuasion to hey, then let's get this party started?
Yes, we have many pillows.
Go for it.
We have all
I'll
the
assist
pillows.
if I can
Gonna party with the
by
queen.
rubbing my nipples.
All 12 of them? Oh wait, shit. Cats even have even more. Fuck, I don't know. Because I was trying to say each set of the 4 of them. So I was like 4 times 2.
16.
I lost. Yeah.
I mean,
It's like
how many times do
Twister.
you want me to roll? I'll keep rolling.
Oh no, I was talking about Ralston's nipples.
Oh, I did not catch on that. What? Some context, please.
So many nipples.
Do we have
I'm-
enough
I'm
candles
in-
for all that wax?
Is your name Nep or Nip? Holy shit.
You guys just been mispronouncing it the entire time.
Oh.
So persuasion wise, I would say she's like, that laugh was such a good break from this boring reading. I will have to definitely oblige and take you up on that if you can listen to me, but 5 more, maybe 10 more minutes upon my request, because it is very important what I have requested you all here for.
Yeah, we came in response to your letter, so that's what we're here for.
Yes, the queen of all of Gargantium should have had it delivered to you, because I had no means of contact, but after your exploits with helping their city, I thought you might be able to help ours. Now, you see, the situation is, we've been expanding at quite an ever-growing rate, and the factory district has lent to much of that success. However, their magics are dwindling, and I'm not quite sure why. Some reports have come to me of a group from the seas that have come ashore and have been trying to, or rather, succeeding in stealing magics in their entirety from many folk, which has turned them into these grey masses of people. I fortunately have only heard tellings of this. Don't have any great examples at hand. I could call some up, though they might take a while. However, my sources have also lent to having been able to figure out how to get the magics back for everyone. As you can tell, my people are quite unhappy with such a development, and I don't have any means of going into the sea to stop these magic stealing assholes.
You
You said
said
after
the
the
ocean.
people have their magic stolen, they turn gray?
Yes, well, it's more so of their attitude and their eyes.
They die inside.
Oh, so their souls are gone.
How pure is your water source?
After the scare of Gargant, it had been delivered to us some magical blue waters of sorts that had somehow miraculously stopped people from coming back from the dead, which was nice. That was a bit of a handful, I have to say. Luckily, my guards are well trained. But, as you know, the party never stops here, and so we partied through that one, and we're gonna party through this one, of course. But I do have to ask you, if you could possibly find the red dragon that's been terrorizing the countryside and capture at least 6 bottles of his breath, and we can maybe refine, if not find some means of replicating his magics to bring back the fire of these people's magics. If you catch the idea, that's been my theorist's understanding of the matter of how to bring magic back to these folk without
Oh,
going to the source of
Okay.
these attackers, which, as I said, I have no means of entering to the depths of the sea.
Okay,
Also, they're
so
Oh,
in
you
the
need a
ocean, they're not
submarine. I see.
sailing.
I would say there's two. This is two-part. One is we need to get rid of the scourge, which are these magic stealers. And the second part is we need to capture the breath from a red dragon that we're not sure is going to work.
Well,
But
see,
we think
we're
Have we
quite
tried
sure.
asking him?
Is that thunder?
We're quite sure that the red dragon's breath would work. We've been able to capture it on a couple of occasions and have proven this theory. However,
Okay.
the
Motorcycle.
the challenge is actually capturing this breath, as I'm sure you can understand. It's not an easy feat.
Yeah,
Do
that
we
sounds slightly
have
difficult.
the containers to actually trap it?
How many?
We have such containers. However, the problem is actually communicating with said dragon. They're not exactly friendly.
What is
No
this
matter how
dragon
many times
after?
No matter how many times I've tried to invite them to my parties, they don't come. So
I have quite a tongue, my queen. Can I wink at her? But
she
I can-
she kind of
I can
pauses. All
try
of the
my
guards
best.
turn to you, slightly pulling out their blades, and
Oh.
she
Oh.
hushes them. She hushes them like, "Oh, don't you worry." And she throws a wink while the guards are all looking at you. We'll talk about that at the party, then, Nep, about your tongue and all.
I
But
was meaning also communicating with dragons.
Yeah.
communication. Yes. Anyhow, they're a little hard to get communications to begin with, let alone actually whether or not they're interested in said communications. As I'm sure you've heard tale, they have very little interest in anything other than their own horde gathering.
Maybe you could trade them. You know,
Yeah. Offer them something to
like
add
why?
to the
Like
board.
sure.
Yeah, as it stands,
Or as you say, how about this? How many of these breath capturing things do you have?
well,
Maybe it's not a single exchange. Maybe you could set up a trade system. If you can catch his breath and win, and then we can sell it or you sell it and give a portion of the profits to him, it's a win-win situation.
you see her
Because all
thinking.
he has to do is just breathe, right? It's not
Thinking-
like part of his soul.
You see her thinking about that, and go ahead and roll me a persuasion.
Let's go, Rolson. Where is my persuasion?
Is there a way I
that's
could support him with that argument?
Let's see how it goes. Go ahead and roll, Nep, as well.
I did. Oh, I hit roll for him. Got it. Come on, business.
And Nep, you step in and say, "This is where my tongue comes into play," and you throw a wink over to her, and she kind of chuckles and stops her pondering and says, "Well, we have quite a few of these jars that can capture a dragon's breath. I think upwards of 20 or so already made. They do take some time of enchanting. I'm sure you can understand, but
Which she could not do.
the."
Hmm?
That's an excellent point there, and I don't know you particularly. I haven't heard of your exploits yet.
I'm chill. It's fine.
Well, hello, chill. It's fine.
Oh no, my
Um,
name is Raro. I'm saying I'm chill as in like I'm cool. We can do business.
Well, I mean, yes, we could do business, and I think the business at hand, Rarl, is that
Yeah.
it seems
I-
like if you could all, as a group, the Rum Rollers, talk to the dragon perhaps and set up this trade you've suggested. The problem I have currently is he's no longer, or they, I'm not real sure, is not accepting any more of my communications.
Oh, that's fine. We'll just say we're someone else.
That could work. Best of luck to you. Will you take this task on? I think it has been said in the letter too that I could provide many things in return. Our fabricators here are very, very, very well and situated in the means of making things. I think I may have even promised, and she's trying to think something about a flying ship. It is one of our newest and biggest things. I don't know if you've seen it flying over the city, but I could situate another ship for you, if that is
So-
a reasonable trade.
So I have a question about that. We have a ship. Can you make our ship fly?
Oh, you
I
know,
like our ship. He's nice.
well,
Very lovely
I
ship. I would hate to part with her.
I could talk to my fabricators in the
nice stuff.
meantime, and the artisans, and see what they could do. Do you have any plans, or maybe some dimensions, or some sort of specifications on your ship?
It's great.
It's great. Those are good specifications.
I can take your so better than providing specifications, I can just take your artificers to the ship and they can inspect it themselves.
Oh, that might be an excellent way to go about it, because I'm not very good in the way of dimensions and facts. Well, facts and figures, yes, and graphs and charts, but you understand, a ship's making is a full-on art of its own that I'm not too privy to. As long as it's done, I don't much matter. And as long as I get to party at the end of the day, who gives a flying fuck?
Like that. I had a quick question before we go.
Yeah, me too.
Our job is to convince this dragon that A, don't eat us immediately, number one. Number
Eat?
two, that you want to. I assume he would try to eat us.
Well, I can't promise anything of that sort. You're
Sure.
talking about the dragon, you mean?
Yes.
I don't know if it's a he or not, to be clear.
Sure. This dragon, this unknown dragon
Gender.
that we don't know, and that unknown gendered dragon, they might try to eat us immediately, and then we have only words in terms of convincing them that you are, in fact, capable of producing the how do you say the revenue after selling his breath? Do we should we come with like a down payment, or like a gift, or like a hey, look, we actually have, like, do you have an accountant that could come and like discuss banking figures,
You know,
An incentive.
Yeah.
I am more or less the head of the financing portions of these things, and I am quite privy of
You
these.
can come.
I don't think we could send anyone to this matter, as you mentioned. They could be eaten, and I don't think I could part with any of those important figures. However,
So,
I
Right.
do have
That's my concern.
one thought among this. Do you think you could use some official documentation stating such things in your negotiations?
I mean, sure, but it
may
really
I
depends on the dragon. Oh, yes, go for it.
interject? We're not sure if the dragon will be able to read or if they
That's a
put
good
much stock
one.
in paper. How about we
Yeah.
take a chest of gold
Oh, yes, I like this.
with
Two.
promises of more to come, and we could take the jars with us and give them the gold for the jars of breath that they may or may not decide to give us, and tell them there are promises of more to come, more gold if they continue to fill jars.
I like this. This
Yes,
is a good plan.
I can see your reasoning now. I could probably situate something for that. It'd be reasonable too, for sure. However, this is a large investment of the crown,
Mhm.
and
It's a
in
good
such,
business plan.
I'm
Sorry.
going to require a large amount of partying this evening from all of the rum rollers.
Yes,
That
that won't be an
that's the
issue.
trade. I feel like
I
we
like
We can
could
this
do that.
buy.
I have an additional question or an
Yes.
additional request.
Yes, Mina.
So our second priority then is capturing the seafaring folk that are stealing the magic. First priority is the dragon, correct?
Well, I mean, it's not really that important if you can set up this situation with the dragon. You know, one solves the other problem. The people in the sea don't really matter. Perhaps they will. Maybe we can set something up with them and just exchange the dragon breaths after the fact to stop them. I'm not real sure how that really plays out for us, but this
Wow.
seems to be the quickest solution to the problem that we have right now, as we have no means to getting to these folk in the sea. I'm not even sure who or what they are. No accounts after they've gotten their magic stolen from them have been able to explain the phenomena.
This seems like a perfect mercantile opportunity. You have two problems, and each solves the other, so long as everyone communicates.
Exactly. And then the party goes on! And she raises
All
her
right, the
hands
party
in the
can
air.
begin. The party can begin momentarily. One last thing. So for us, the rum rollers, speaking as the captain, for us, the rum rollers to continue, I have 3 requests. The first is the chest of gold and the containers to hold the dragon's breath, so when we meet the dragon, we can successfully negotiate. The second is permission to dock our ship in your ports and protection against any of your, without any fees or protection from your dockmasters. And the third is a small vessel of water with, I see you have some lovely ponds here. If you have any creatures in these ponds, any fish, any anything that lives in there, I request 10 or 20 of them in a container of water.
And you see her delegating this work, turning immediately to one of her ladies that are off to the side, and just kind of gesturing with her eyes, who starts pulling out a pad and starts writing stuff down. Let me make sure you got that right. She's looking down at the lady and reiterating, a chest of gold for the dragon with the jaws for the breath. Protection for your ship in our ports.
Yeah, free of charge.
Ah, yes, free of charge. Write that down.
And portage free of charge.
And our how much can you quantify the amount of? It sounds like fish, and or is it ocean? So salt
ocean
or
fish.
fresh water?
Yes, saltwater, ocean, fish, creatures, things that live in
Saltwater.
saltwater. That is, I'm
Water-
gonna look over to whoever's next to me and be like, that is what's in Adune's bottle, right? Salt water?
Nep, roll me a history. With advantage. Oh,
You
Hamilton
swam in
could
it, Nep,
too.
you should remember.
I think was in the water.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did
Nep should definitely remember.
And,
mess with the water a
Mm.
lot. I think it was. I don't know. I just breathe water, and I don't think, or I can breathe
So-
underwater, and I don't think you gave a description of what water it is.
No, Nep, you definitely recognized, though it was salt water, a briny
Oh.
substance that was entering your aquatic magical breathing. And Hamilton, you would know for certain, just from the air that was surrounding the ship, let alone any of the water that had touched you, it felt like home. So it was definitely salt water.
And
Okay, so go ahead.
if I might add one possible concession as well.
Maybe. I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna be like, you tell me first. We'll see.
Okay, think of this. If all of this works out as intended and we create this trade system, right? Perhaps we ask that the rum rollers corporation get some sort of cut in this trade, or we facilitate it or something like that. You know, just thinking of the future and our children and my brothers.
I
Oh,
would also like a bronze
we do
statue
usually
made of
get
us.
paid. Yeah, statue. We do usually get paid at the end of our jobs. I think the payment here though is the flying ship. I don't know. Is
Got
there
it.
additional?
Okay.
I'm gonna look at her. I'm gonna be like, yes, saltwater creatures there. And will there be any financial compensation for us at the end of this? Do we get paid?
Well, you bring up an excellent point, and it was well sought after from Rarlson, was it? To make this
Hello.
a financial endeavor. We could probably work something out. And she looks over at one of the giants. Help me with this page, and she flips one of the large pages. She's reading through. It seems like a lot of other pieces in the book that she's going through there. We could probably do, and she's like, oh, decimal point. She's
Go
kind of
with
muttering to herself. We could probably do 0.5% off of all of the profits brought through the castle.
Oh, all the profits brought through the castle.
Well,
half a percentage each, or half a
Done.
percentage
half a
total?
percentage for the rum rollers as a group, as long as they exist, and for only in regards to the Dragon's Breath transactions.
That's like it's a consistent income for when
Uh-huh.
we are
Yeah.
no longer, fit
Or
to do
adventure.
these
You're
kinds
already
of things.
thinking about retirement.
Of course, I have a whole family I have to think of. I point to my siblings. I'm a
So I'm gonna
father.
look at everybody and be like,
A father.
are we okay with that? Are we good?
2%.
Ooh.
So
Wait,
you're
2%.
talking amongst each other right
Mhm.
now. So
Haggling has
We're going
begun.
out there. We're putting our lives on the line. 2%.
How much did she say originally?
A
0.5.
0.5%.
Wait, if we want 2%, should we ask for 5%? Or is that
I mean,
too
I
much
feel like
because
that's
she offered
reasonable.
Who's
so
the
they-
best
Yeah,
negotiator?
she offered 0.5, which I feel like is
That would
almost
probably-
insulting.
Yeah.
I agree.
So I feel like being like
I-
5% is reasonable. And yeah, we can meet in the middle too.
So, what
I have a
percentage
+5
are we going
persuasion,
for?
but
I think
I
we
think we'd
want
like
2%.
yes.
We're gonna ask for 5.
Start at 5.
My
Yeah.
queen.
Who has good
I think
persuasion?
5 is more reasonable.
Given our giant sacrifice and the time and effort it's going to take us, and
The dangers ahead.
the dangers and hazards. Yeah.
go ahead and roll Nep, because you were presenting it. It seemed, and
Nice.
she gets to thinking, and she goes, well, understandable of the dangers and such, However, this is also a danger of the crown. We're giving you an entire chest of gold of investments, and who's to say
These all
that
as soon as we come back.
doesn't piss the dragon off and he comes back and just annihilates the entire city? See, this is the conundrum that I've been living under. All the lives of the party goers here.
Well, if the dragon gets mad and comes after the city, then you won't have to worry about our 5% because there will be no city.
It's true.
Not vigorously.
Oh, this must be the famous Hamilton that I've heard so much about as well.
Oh, I'll be right back.
Sure. This is an excellent point. Excellent point. It is a large risk, your lives, but you know how do you weigh your lives against the hundreds of thousands of lives that are in the city? The challenge that I have here is that I could go up a bit, but you got to understand there's going to be people that I'm going to have to pay to make sure that the dragon's jaws are enchanted correctly, so there isn't any accidents in the processing of the breath, and on the distribution side after the fact, taking the breath to all of those that have been afflicted by the magical sickness here. There's a lot of, ins and outs to the business, and if you're not going to partake in any of them, I think the most that I could actually increase it to is 1%. But
Well, you have to spend money to make. And
Wait.
once the
What about?
flow of this magic jar start coming in, eventually all of your people are going to have their powers back, and then you're going to be having a stockpile of magic powers, which will increase your productivity of all your factories, which will increase your gold flow.
yes, and you need to understand what 1% is. And she snaps her fingers to one of the ladies, and she writes a number down on it, hands it to the lady, and she hurries off, picking up her skirt, and you see her fancy heels sticking out from under it as she scurries off towards you guys. And Nep being in the front, she hands you a piece of paper. Oh, he's not here either.
No, I'm back.
Oh, okay, good. Hands you a piece of paper with a number on it. You can tell, but it's been folded, but you can see some of the numbers, even though it's folded just through the paper. And this is 1%, she says, on a monthly basis.
Are the numbers big? I don't.
I sent it to Nip in particular, just so that, because he was the only one out in front. The lady handed it to her, and he can do with that information as he wills.
I'm gonna pipe up, be like, I have a compromise. What if 1% is sufficient, as well as we have an open invitation that cannot be rescinded to any and every party that you have in the palace?
I am very amicable to that solution, as long as the rum rollers are down to party, she says while gesticulating and
Is
sort of
anyone
thrusting
else
her hips.
here in the throne room as enthusiastic about partying as she is? Like her contemporaries and stuff around her, are they like, yes, let's party, or do they look exhausted?
The two guards that are standing closest to you, that are humanoid size, are looking somewhat exhausted, and they're rolling their eyes a bit at the partying, but the maids are definitely getting bigger grins by the second. You can tell as the day's time ticks by, knowing that they're getting closer to a bacchanal of events in the evenings.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm ready to party. I want to get done with these negotiations. 1%, I don't know if Nep wants to weigh in. 1% probably okay, as long as we can also come to parties. Just think that's just like free food and free drink whenever you want.
Oh, I was just gonna bring up showing Mime the slip.
Oh,
It seems to be one to keep a secret, but you're the main one doing the negotiation.
And if we do get a Dune out of the bottle and flying, thanks to this whole deal, it'd be like
yeah.
nothing to come back here.
Yeah. I don't know if you're trying to send me a message.
I could. Second.
Excuse me.
But okay, if the queen, so I'm gonna look around at the rest of the rum rollers. Look, if the queen is amenable to 1% and parties, 1% and 1% paid out each month, plus an open plus an open invitation. That seems reasonable to me. I'm not mad about that.
All four of us are jazz handsing.
It's applause in sign language.
And the queen says, "Huzzah! Let us, the party, begin on one last final business. Take that note and eat it. And that is a command."
Huzzah. Good thing we half goat.
Good thing I'm. Yeah. Sorry, Sam.
So-
Part goat.
So
Oh.
you feed it to Nep because I think he handed it to you last.
Oh yeah, I give it back to Nep.
Okay. And you do eat it then, Nep?
Yeah.
Constitution roll with advantage.
Ooh.
Is it because I'm a goat?
It's
Yeah.
drugs.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was thinking, like, man, what if it's just a whole sheet of LSD or something?
Yeah, you might not be far off there. So as you take the piece of paper in your mouth, you realize that it does have a different consistency than what you remember paper having. It's not as crunchy. It does kind of dissolve a little bit in your mouth a little bit quicker too, and there is a wonderful fruity aroma to it, which kind of alerts you. And you're making a face, and she goes, "Ha, no, don't stop now!" As you're making the face, and presumably you can continue.
Yeah.
Wait.
I
Who's
feel like a
paper?
court
To puppy.
clown. Should I have shared this with everybody?
You say that out loud.
Yes.
She goes, "No, don't worry. There's more for where that came from."
And I
And
will continue mowing, munching. It's kind of like the lifesaver strips. You know, like where you just stick it on your tongue and
Oh,
it
yeah.
slowly dissolves.
that's what it seems to. As the more you hold it in your mouth, and the paper itself was only probably about 6 inches long, so you ate it in 2 bites, I would say.
Oh, I would just crumple it up and shove it in.
Oh, I wouldn't have thought that.
Josh, you've never ate paper before?
That's not how I eat paper.
This
There's
is a
2
fork and
types of
knife.
people in this world.
I like the crunchy bits, so I eat it a little bit at a time, you know. Anyways, so
Now it's more of a
you're
pull it up.
yeah, you're feeling okay now. Otherwise, that was the only things that you're picking up on it from now. But the queen does start to kind of like seem to, as the lady comes back, start making some demands of her, and you hear just an undulating bass sound throughout the castle start to pump it up, as one of the giants kind of make some gestures in the air and mumble under their breath. You're guessing one of them has to be a DJ of some sort, a magical sort, and then she turns from her maids and announces to you, "Meet me at the Pink Plush Pig in 1 hour. It is in the Red Ring District. I'm sure you've heard of this amazing place in your travels so far. It is the talk of the town, at the say the least, and gives me some time to get ready. If you do need some chambers to get ready yourselves, I can make some ready for you, available for you."
Yes, please. We're not partying in the castle.
Ah, the castle is grand for certain occasions, but the everyday we like to go to this pink plush pig. It is just amazing. The magician who specializes in party magics is phenomenal.
Okie
She
dokie.
just says with like a wave of her hand and tilt of her head.
Yep.
To you.
em-
So
emphasize.
yes, rooms, please, as well as the fish.
Ah, yes, the fish and jars and such. And she gestures to the other giant who doesn't seem to be doing DJing such. The jars and gold will be brought to your rooms, but if you go back out towards the courtyard you came in from,
Okay,
and
so I know this is the last bit of business, but didn't that the gentleman of the warehouse come with us to also speak to the queen? Or is he gonna wait until she is high at this party?
he's been standing back behind you guys for the most part with his arms crossed. And as you're looking back at him, Kat, he does step past the Rarlsons and kind of peek past the last one in line here. I'm not sure which one that is. And Tellus says, "My queen." Yes. This is Tellus. Sir Tellus, you've knighted me many moons ago now. It was during the high moon of Yggdrasil on the and she goes, "Ah, yes, tell us." She doesn't seem to actually recognize him. You can kind of tell from just her face. You think you could roll an insight if you think farther past it, but he goes on to say, "Yes, I've just come to ask some things, but it seems you've been working this out on your own. My scientists have also come to the conclusions yours have, it seems, about the dragon's breath. I would like to be cut in on this deal that you've been talking about. Oh, tell us. Why would you interrupt such a good time already for this?" "Well, just, one last piece of business, and I will buy the first round on me, Queen." "Well, what is your offer?" Sorry, my accents are getting mixed up there easily. But the Queen, "Yes, what is your offer, tell us?" "Well, I would like to offer some, just, that half a percent sounded nice, but I understand that it was for a larger group, so I'll tell you what. For running the operations when it comes to the footwork of getting the enchanters in order and such, how about I take 10% and not from the profits to only to invest it back into the people that are working at the ground floor." And she goes, thinking to herself, "It's fun rolling against myself." She goes, "Well, I have heard some complaints about the folk and the working class not getting paid enough, so I tell you what, make it 15%, and you make sure everyone gets a high raise." And he goes, "Yes, ma'am." And he salutes and clicks his heels, and then says, "Let the party be started. I will be at the Pink Plush Pig, and the first round's on me."
Yeah.
Huzzah.
And then the Queen says as he's leaving the hall, "Just, head back out to the courtyard. One of my maids will help you out." And she just starts, talking to the other one, and you just hear the that was there start to get some deeper and louder, as well as some harmony coming in to make some sort of melody that underneath the bass.
I was
The
just
queen's
thinking the guy is
pre-gaming
actually
before
just
she goes out.
beatboxing.
About to see the queen do a barrel stand.
Oh. Took me a moment to connect the keg stand.
So we have rooms, guys, in the castle.
And
Noodles.
one of the maids does come up to you at that point, and she goes, "My name is Circe, and you can follow me." And she just goes off towards the direction you guys came in.
We can't move that many squares that quickly.
Sorry.
Faster.
I'm
I'll
just
start tracking athlete
moving
here.
along.
I thought you could move your characters with the arrow keys. Why? Oh, there we go.
You can.
Does not move the camera.
Rarlsons, can you move up a square? There we go. I couldn't grab her again. You coming, Hamilton?
I would love to, but I don't have a character. I'm looking at it like a courtyard, it looks like.
Here? You don't have that?
You're
Oh,
in
yeah,
the shadowy
here-
space.
Everything's all gray.
Never go there, Simba.
Okay, let me see if I can grab this other... Oh no.
Is it
Where do you-
dogs that can only see in gray?
Wolf.
Not only in gray, but they are largely colorblind.
Okay. I didn't know if it was dogs or cats.
Oh. There we go. How about now?
There I am.
I don't know about cats, but dogs are
What,
largely
this way?
colorblind. They don't see red.
Oh.
All
You
right.
good to move?
Yep.
There we go.
Huzzah!
Huzzah.
And Circe walks out of the chamber towards the east, then heads south, and you see into the largest courtyard that you've seen in your life, because there's easily a couple 100-year-old trees in there, along with what looks like a bunch of people either bouncing to the music or passed out already in the center of the courtyard, and half of which are mostly naked. All of which are also orcs, as much as the queen was an orc, to be clear, but the servant that is leading you is human. To any other details that might needed.
I didn't realize the queen was an orc.
Well, I figured she was an orc, seeing that we're in sORCrates stuff.
Okay, touche.
It would be weird if the main race wasn't representing in royalty.
I don't know. I feel like that lines up with imperialism pretty spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
But this
Let's
obviously
see
isn't
some
an
high
imperial.
elves in here.
The orcs took over, and it's under new management.
Oh.
And she just knocks on or opens this door and lets you guys all in. Just to the east of the courtyard, the first door on your left.
Oh.
I can let you guys in if you guys are all following. That's what I was
Yes.
Yes.
just making sure of. Also,
Restarting.
Oh, okay.
Bobby!
Oh. Explosion.
Oh, look, it's awesome.
Phew.
The splooshies.
No splooshies.
No explosion.
Wow,
I mean,
look
that's
how
probably
big these
happening back
beds
in that
are.
courtyard.
Drip drop
One
drip.
one for each Rarlson.
I lost my characters.
Where did they go?
I don't know. They're gone.
Oh, I've
There they
never
are.
had a bed before.
They're next to
So
me.
just climbed up high.
Hello.
And in these beds that are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet long and 15 feet across, you're hearing her say, "These are made for giants, as we have some on staff, have you certainly seen, and are only in between places for some of our guards to sleep on their watches before they head back home. Sorry for the poor accommodations, but as it were, the queen only has these to offer in this short order. I could make some nicer ones available in the future, but as it stands right now, before the party starts, this is probably the best place to be, unless you want to already, be down to pound, she says before turning around to walk out.
I don't need
This is
those
fine, thank
rats.
you. Just fish, please.
Yes, I will send Drexel along.
And 2 bottles of vodka, please.
Vodka, what is?
Oh, maybe it's from my home country. Some sort of strong spirit. Not a ghost, to be
Oh.
specific.
Okay.
I don't want
Phantom or Revenant.
ghosts.
Do you mean liquid libations?
Yes.
Okay. I can make such accommodations. Certainly.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Wait, one of you guys is a revenant?
No, you were talking about like strong spirits and not the ghost kind.
Gotcha.
I don't know if you guys want to elaborate on how you're preparing yourself for the pate.
So this seems like it's gonna be a real intense party. So I'm gonna take my nice clothes off and put my like clean clothes back on.
I'm just gonna start preening my feathers in the middle of this bed.
Yeah, the rural sins are all grooming each other. Now, remember, Jeffrey, when you go into the party, you have to curtsy the lords and ladies. They're very fancy here.
Neb, knowing only party on the coastline, and feels he is ready to party. He doesn't understand why they're grooming.
It's
Okay,
a
Didn't know there's
also-
different types of parties.
I was actually wondering because I know we had like traveled all this way and we had been shopping for quite a few sessions. After we had like our altercation with the guards at the gate, and I feel like we've had a lot of stuff happen that has happened in like one singular day.
Yep.
And now that it is the afternoon or evening and the sun is setting or already set, that we have just been through a lot in this one day, and now we're about to go party
Yep.
Queen.
with the queen.
Do we want to do a short rest or a long rest?
It's an hour, so
Yeah, we could only do a short rest.
A short rest.
Sure.
Get a little bit of close eye.
Take a quick cat nap.
Meow.
And then we'll like beer bong these 2 bottles of liquor.
Let's do it.
what are the effects of the paper so far?
So
If,
as you're standing there looking around at everyone and wondering why they're preparing for the party, as you had stated, parties get pretty dirty. You start to chuckle at yourself at the word dirty, and the friends around you look more attractive than you ever thought that they could, and you're wondering whether or not the hair on your pants is covering up what you should be doing, or what you're currently experiencing, which is a harder than normal lower appendage.
Doing.
Oh, is that the kind of paper the queen's
Alright.
back in?
Was that cat?
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about the chicken.
Right now, you're feeling pretty good about everything. Just to elaborate even more on the sensations that you're feeling.
So
It does seem to be slowly increasing in intensity of that goodness, but go ahead, Mimi.
I rolled the performance because I pull out the dish to spin it and open up the portal to a Dune.
Okay. Oh, you want to go there?
I want to open up the portal. I'm anticipating a delivery of fish. I would like to bring a Dune friends.
Oh, okay. I was just asking for
take
settings
them, dude.
sake because I can take you there, obviously. But I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
no, I'm gonna go there real quick. That's true. You can just take me there. So I want to open the portal over here in front of what looks like the fireplace, I suppose. Oh, it's out of
And
the way.
so
I don't know how Nep's gonna react to it. So let's put it out of the way. And then yeah, I will go
Oh.
through the portal.
A window overlooking the city is what you're standing in front of, and you do see the last pieces of red as the sky turns to black
Oh,
disappear. And the portal opens in front of you. No problem. I think that was 20. Yeah, no problem. You spin it on the tip of your finger, and it pops open, and you are waiting. And as you finish spinning the plate, the door knocks, or you hear rather the somebody knocking at the door, and a large deep bass rumbling from the outside. Your fixings are here. And Nep to you, it sounds almost distorted, and like part of the music almost, and you can't stop yourself. You start wiggling your hips and your hands and waving around.
We join in behind him and
Mime's
start
gonna
like dancing around him in a circle. As like, can I? Well, I guess can I note it? Can I roll to notice him having this experience?
Yeah, insight.
Oh no, I have horrible insight. Come on, puppy. Nope, I see nothing.
Perception then, actually, in this particular case, because you're right next to him. It wouldn't be an insight. You can see him physically moving would be the thing, rather than insight.
Either way, I still rolled a 3. So
no, that was insight.
oh,
I called it wrong. You go to the door, Mime.
I
yeah,
rolled
if I get
2.
really excited, I like clap my hands and run over to the door. And open it to see what's there.
And on the other side, you see the giant that was very well dressed from the queen's chambers and her throne room, and he has in one hand the chest that is at least twice your size, and then in the other he has a little. Well, actually, dangling off the pinky that's holding the chest, you can hear clinking some jars or bottles or something glass on the inside. And kind of awkwardly, he's holding in the other hand what looks to be like a large barrel, kind of under his arm, and you don't quite know what's in there right now. But he says, this is for the rum rollers," and he sets them all 3 down. The jars on top of the chest and the barrel next to the chest.
So I'm gonna stop and be like, "Oh yes, but can you bring them this way, please?" I'm gonna lead him over to the portal.
I was gonna say, is he gonna be willing to go through the portal? Because if not, I would cast floating disc so that he could set the barrel down on top
He does
of it.
get right up next to the portal, and he goes, "I'm not going through there."
Okay, so after I hear him say that, I am gonna cast floating disc in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna let out a little chirp of a bagok. And it is a plane of force that's 3 feet in diameter and 1 inch thick, and 3 feet above the ground. And it'll follow me around as I walk around.
And he goes, I am familiar. And he sets all the things down on top of that.
Mime's gonna clap their hands again, real fast and excitedly.
I'm gonna nod my head to the giant.
Awesome. I'm gonna go, thank you.
Then I'm gonna walk through the portal, and the disc is gonna follow me.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow.
And as your guys are going into and setting those things up on the other side, I'm guessing he pulls out 2 bottles from inside of his well-dressed coat and goes, "I think this was part of the order too." He turns to the larger part of the room. And you see inside of the bottle this kind of bubbly looking clear-ish liquid.
The cats are currently jumping up and down on the bed since they didn't notice. I forgot the name already. What was your name again? The guy who was really high.
Nip.
Nap. That's right.
Not Nip.
Since I didn't know Nap. I'll jump down from one of the beds and then run over and grab the bottles. Be like, excellent, thank you so much. Would you like to party?
And he goes, I was partying last night. I think I'm on recuperation currently.
I feel for you, my friend. Here, I'll fish up a little bit of charcoal from one of the fireplaces. If you eat this, it will soak up some of the toxins.
That's gross.
I'm chewing on a piece. Pre-game.
Huh. I'll have to consult my doctor. And he just walks out.
He has a
So
doctor.
confused.
I can't believe it. This place has doctors. It's fancy.
I must have a great healthcare package as part of the benefits.
Right.
Working at the castle.
Benefits.
The queen wants you to be able to party as long as you can, so you've got to have good health. Got to keep
True.
that liver in shape.
You know it's a real fantasy setting when we're talking about good health care.
Right.
And you did not notice Nip tripping balls. It just kind of looks like he's standing there stoically, staring off into the distance, waiting for the party to start.
Listen, I am just here vibing now.
All the pretty colors.
So on Adune, I just want to check in, say hi, show Adune the friends I brought, dump them into the ocean, and ask to store the gold and the jars.
Hello, Mime. Those are nice. Those are nice. I appreciate the gesture with the fish. And are those, I believe, jellyfish? Oh, look at those crab. This will keep me entertained for hours. Thank you.
Yeah, I also want to let Adune know that we have gotten permission to let her port. So anytime, as soon as we figure out how to get her out of this bottle, we can put her back in the real ocean. This is like a stopgap.
This sounds lovely. I do also hope that the bottle can stay intact because it has been a lovely vacation, but I'm about fucking done with it.
Same, Adune. Same.
We want our
Talk
lovely
about
ship
my
back in action.
Yeah, and I really want to chase down these whatever these sea creatures are that steal the magic. I really want to go fuck them up.
Can our boat become a sub?
I...
Or is it just a flying one? Or not flying one?
Do I? No, I probably don't hear him talk about fucking up sea creatures.
No.
I didn't know you guys were that kind of group. Nepier loves the sea.
And it's, it's probably not all sea creatures, it's just a generalization.
No,
I
these ones in
dislike the Great
particular.
Barrier Reef myself. We could get
No,
rid
I
of that.
just the ones that are stealing the magic, not all sea creatures.
I thought
But,
they were just bandits.
so I'm guessing the giant handed you Rarlson's the bottle you said. Did you do anything with those?
I mean, once we were all ready to go, I was gonna. In the meantime, can I attempt some sort of check to make like a makeshift beer bong?
Let me think about that one for a minute.
I mean, on that table there, I do see a candelabra, maybe a vase. There's 4 chests. There's
I
gotta be
see like a wine skin. That's
go.
possible. We could make
Like,
shift something there.
You should smell this liquid to see how strong it is. I don't know if you want to chug it.
No, we do.
Chug. So
We're confident. No need to check.
roll. It was still loading. I was hoping it would have loaded faster than this, and I would have had an answer for you by now. But it is taking its sweet time. See if I can go here and see if it's any
Phenomena.
faster.
They see me loading. They're hating.
Are you sure you wanted to skip out on that bard class?
I'm probably
Maybe I'll
still
dip it later.
just all I'm still high out of my mind. So, do I notice them drinking it?
If you want to roll, or rather create a skill of like general crafting, I would probably put it with a dexterity, which would be sleight of hand, just in my mind. For that.
That's what I figured it would be.
But
Party
if you
time
wanted,
crafting.
well, yeah, it could just be a general crafting skill, even if you wanted. That's for anyone, and it would be increased by 1 from this particular after this particular scenario. So whatever your sleight of hand is, go ahead and roll that, and then increase it by 1.
Can I get? Oh, I have pretty good sleight of hand. That was really bad.
good
I'm rolling really bad today. All
Wow,
twos.
yeah. Damn.
I don't normally make things. I am normally the idea guy. I should have had Growl make it. I forgot.
So you do take the wineskin though, the candelabra you put on top of it, and you're able to put like a larger hole through it to kind of like hold the liquid in the wineskin. You're about to put a hole in that, but you can't. You're like trying to pull at the seam, and then you make it a little bit too big, and the water spills out all over the floor. And you're staring at your companions like,
Oh well, I fall on the ground and roll in the water. And then my siblings come over and begin grooming me.
Intoxicating grooming.
oh, I
That
didn't think you'd
sounds pretty bad.
To be clear, I don't think it was the liquid in the bottles yet. The bottles are still
No,
sitting on the
just
floor.
the water. Yeah,
Yeah, it was
it's
water.
a prime opportunity. It's a free bath. These things don't come free normally where I come from.
Is Hamilton taking a gamble at the bottles?
I will pass on this one. I will observe the situation and see what happens, and then go.
We will drink the bottles once everybody's ready to go.
I've been ready.
I was born ready.
So I came back after doing all my stuff at the Dune and closed the plate portal and put it back in my backpack.
As
I
you
would've
come
come back
out,
as
that's
well.
when you see us begin shotgunning these bottles.
Shotgunning the glass bottles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not shotgunning, but like
Oh god. I was
don't
gonna
know.
say.
guzzling.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a Constitution. Probably.
Does the charcoal help that I ate?
Probably still with disadvantage at this point, but as it passes across your palate, you are tasting some ever present floral notes, with just a heavy sweetness on top of it. That's coating pretty much everything else.
Nice. Okay. I don't know how to do disadvantage with this, so I'll just roll twice.
I think it's control or alt.
This sounds like a mead.
Yeah.
About to turn the internet off.
3. Let's go.
You get about 3 gulps in, and start to lose your breath because it's filling your nostrils with the vapors, and you choke, and you go, and you say good stuff, and as you're saying such too, everyone tells you're already talking in cursive. So you,
Talking.
Then
in
I have
cursive.
achieved my goal. Let's go party with the queen.
You're muted.
Let's do it. Let's go party.
Sorry, let's talk with Sean.
anybody else hitting this bottle?
Maybe
Let's
take a
go
Actually,
party.
no. I am satisfied.
because you have to pregame, right?
Go ahead and roll me a Constitution, Mime. And
Yeah.
I know.
A saving throw, right?
Yep. I heard Nep's.
All right.
As you're standing there, Nep, and you're just kind of staring at some things, you see the portal open and close. Mime and Kat go in and out, and you're like, oh, they're moving at the fucking speed of light. What the fuck is this shit? Oh my god.
Sent
What?
Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. So, Mime, you take a sip of the liquid and you feel it burn everything in your mouth, including your nose somehow, even though it didn't touch your nose. And your eyes start to water just from that one sip, and you feel it burn all the way down, creating this nice, warming, lovely sensation in your stomach. But as the burning clears, you do taste those floral notes with a heavy coating of sweetness in your mouth lingering.
Oh, so it's not mead. Okay. All right.
And
Me and the Rorlsons and Nep are on the same page now.
not quite. I would say that you are. They're quite. They're rather talking very loudly. You can tell too loud for themselves. But you're only like a little flush in the cheeks. You can feel it starting already, and you're just a little bit more comfortable with all the situations that's been playing out today. You're calmer, a little bit more relaxed.
Good deal.
We all go to high five you. Let's go, bro. Bro, let's go, bro. We start chest like we turn
I
into
hold up
huge
both
chads.
I hold up both hands and high five you as well as I can.
You have to high five down to Mime's height.
Low five for me, high five for you. Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
That's the song I was thinking about. You hear a little bit of that in the air, kind of somehow.
There's something in the air that Right.
Hamilton?
What?
Cat?
She had to step away.
Oh.
She's going to the party. She's also going to the potty. But yeah, let's get this session going.
So you say that and grab the bottle?
Do we know how we're actually getting to the party?
Do they have an Uber?
Is there transportation being provided by the castle, or do we have to do we have to Uber? Do we have to show leg? Do we have to?
You could get on my back. We could sprint there. Because we
And
are
then-
fast.
He said, "Do we have to show leg?"
And then you remember the card that Timothy left you with. The carriage driver who you'd hired for the day.
Yeah, that's right. We did hire him for the day. Okay, so I say we activate that when we get to the front door.
Okay.
And were you snapping up this bottle there, Hamilton or Cat? To be clear.
I
Do
am
it,
not.
do
She's in the
it,
bathroom, so
do
I'm
it,
gonna
do
say.
it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say she's doing it.
The
Okay.
drunker you are, the happier the queen will be.
Yeah, as Mime, I'm like cheering on. I think everybody should take at least a drink from the bottle. You don't have to chug it, but at least a drink.
Oh,
We deserve it
Peer
after all
pressure
of
you
our.
to chug.
honestly,
after all of our
Nep is
good
thinking he
deeds.
might want some more paper.
A whole shelf of books.
Oh shit, that's funny. Starts
He
eating
definitely
the books.
recognized it was different paper.
Who's holding the bottle for Cat? I just thought of that.
I will.
Or me, May will.
Here, little cheeky
Don't worry,
chicken.
me. Here, you just have some. He's good.
And Cat opens his beak, and you drip some in there, and you can see the chicken just snap its beak closed and shake its head real suddenly.
Like
Yeah, and scrape on the ground a couple times and like poke its head forward like.
You just don't have PETA here, right?
who's Peter?
Oh. Pita. I was my first thought was like bread?
bread.
Pita bread?
Delicious.
It is. Not the
That's one of
animal
those
association. And yep, so Cat is pretty much on the level with Rawlson's, it seems like. Just out of it. But still in it somehow, like, you know, moving to the groove, but not exactly caring about anything else. And Nep, you're still in and out of it in the sense of you're moving to the groove every now and again, but then you're just staring off into space the other times. Yeah, but you're still feeling great. Like this is the goodness that you wished you felt every day of your life. Nep, like attuned with everything. All the vibrations are feeling exactly what they should be.
So maybe not X, but something else then?
Math.
I'm trying to figure out what this
Feels like math.
drug is.
It's the magic ultimate drug that doesn't exist in real life, but only in this game.
No adverse side effects like addiction.
I mean, you
Or
might
What a
like dicks
world.
after,
crippling
but
cell destruction.
What a world.
What a side effect.
Well, I mean, like, was it croc skin and stuff like that? Or, like, look at what Coke does to people.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
meth. They're dangerous. Or can be.
Oh yeah.
so what you guys doing there? Any other party prep?
Ready to go.
I don't really have. I'll do my nails.
I'll take a swig from the bottle. Fuck it, everyone else is.
Do it, do it, do it, do it.
Oh, look at that. It does nothing to me.
Again.
From the
Again.
swig.
Huh?
From the swig, you can feel the burn, and you appreciate it though as to what it is, and you're quite sure this is from some of the finest sugar canes that you've tasted. As you can tell, the burn though is definitely from some of the top tier distilleries. Even though the bottles themselves, you're looking for a label and you're seeing nothing.
So
it's
this would be a
high-
rum then that we're all
High
drinking.
quality rum, yeah.
Indeed.
That's appropriate. Queen's such a sweet gal.
After that first drink just goes down so smooth, and that sugary sweetness just brings me back into like a harmony of like more peaceful time in my life. I just take another big swig of it.
Were you also a pirate once?
Do you ask that out loud?
Yeah.
No, not I.
Oh. Well, you seem like you have a special appreciation for that drink, which I also do.
And it also doesn't affect me too much, apparently, tonight.
Well,
No,
that's
you're
because
still
you
feeling.
did not use my new beer bong. I gestured at the broken thing on the ground. Neither did I.
And
Anyway.
you're feeling the little sip that you're continuing to take off the top is appropriate because it's only the slightest bit still, starting to warm you up, but nothing more.
Hi, welcome back. You're shit-faced.
Am I? No surprise.
We almost drowned the cock.
Now that was supposed to be for way later.
Yeah, that's a different game. Sorry.
Wow.
That's the game we call play Pickle the Cucumber.
Nice.
Oh, we haven't left for this party yet?
Nope, not yet.
I was gonna say it has to have been an hour by now.
Yep, we could totally go, I think.
Yeah, let's make our way to the front door, and then we'll call Timothy.
Hi.
So you guys all start wandering towards the front door there?
We sure do.
I mean, I guess I attempt to, but I'm shit faced. Burp.
Do I know they're going to the front door? Like, recognize that we're finally moving.
Roll me a perception with disadvantage.
I definitely
It's
say
just
it
like
out loud.
every
like,
other party. Go, sorry.
Yeah, I definitely communicate to the team that's what we're doing. I say this very clearly. We are heading to the front door.
And you say that, but Nep still just kind of stands there. You all filter out through the door, and then you're the last one in the room besides Nep, and you're like, "Come on, Nep!" And Nep follows you out of the room.
Just this nice glazed look.
And a huge grin. For sure. Because
Maybe
you're
tongue hanging out a little bit. Just real doped up.
and you're as you actually start to move, because you haven't moved since you got into the room, you realize this is probably one of the best sensations you've had in your life, as your muscles extend and contract as you move forward. And it looks like to everybody else that you're just walking really slowly, but you're just like giggling to yourself as you're walking.
Wow.
We should ask for some of that paper.
Good paper. To the party!
To the party.
Do 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 party.
I just start sprinting.
Ready to go to the red light.
See, I tried that one too, but it kept cutting out.
Boots
and pants, boots and pants, boots and pants, boots and pants.
Hey, that one worked.
Boots and
Boots
cats.
and pants and boots and pants. Chickens and cats and chickens and cats.
Yes.
Dicks and butts and dicks and butts.
Who has the card
Butts and
for
dicks.
Timothy?
What's that?
Who has the card for Timothy?
Do I have it?
I feel like you might.
Yeah, well, I think I stuck.
I think you put it in your
cards-
bag.
Yeah, in my bag.
The hell?
So I hear you ask
I
this, so I'm
moved you.
gonna
Okay.
reach my head under my wing and into my bag and start desperately searching for Timothy's card.
And your bag is pretty large too. Go ahead and roll me a perception.
Why, thank you, sir. I thought you'd never notice.
Do I roll with disadvantage at all?
Nah.
Okay. 12.
Actually, roll with advantage.
Oh, with
It is your-
advantage.
It is your bag.
12.
I tried to help. You do find the corner of it you think is a card, and you pull it out, and you do see Timothy's name on it. So you guys walk out the front gate and standing at the entrance to the castle. I get
I
everybody
made
there,
it,
right?
guys.
Okay.
I turn and hand the card to Mime.
A pretty sweet note. I'm gonna try to activate it to call Timothy.
So you take it out and you shake it, and Timothy's carriage sort of materializes, it looks like, at the end of the entrance to the castle. Just
Oh shit! What a party!
and he goes, "You rang."
Yes,
Wow.
take us
Sitting
to
at
the
the front of-
pink. What was it? Pink something pig.
The pink pig, yeah.
There was a third
Plush
word.
pink pig.
The pink
Plush?
plush.
Third?
That's it. Plush. The pink plush pig.
Hmm.
Please,
Certainly,
good sir.
certainly. Please come in. And he taps the carriage, like bangs it actually, and the door opens.
I'm gonna climb
Nice.
on in.
Yeah, we also pile in, but we all try at the same time and get stuck.
Is there a back seat, like, hanging off the carriage, so I could just watch as we go and let my feet dangle?
There doesn't seem to be. There is, however, the spot up next to the driver on the bench on the carriage.
I'm down to go next to the driver.
And he
Be that
looks
weird
at you, trying to climb up. Go ahead and roll me an acrobatics with disadvantage.
Hey, you look
And
lonely up here. What if I hang out?
Damn it. You're the only one rolling real good tonight. Because 19, you shamble on up there quite effectively, and it's plop down next to him, and Timothy's like, you sure you don't want to ride inside there, good sir? It's much more
Yes.
comfortable. Okay. Well, and he hits Hiya! And as he does so, the door closes on the last person that gets into the carriage, and you sitting on front of the carriage, Nep, see the carriage actually moving this time, and you're seeing it go out of this district, which as it does, it starts to go towards a bridge that goes arcing over a wall, a big blue wall, and this bridge, this is lighter grayish blue, arcing over it, you can see, and you look back at the castle, which has this immaculately purple roof all over it, and you see down into the next
Is it actually
central
purple
portion.
or
Oh
purple?
yeah,
drugged?
you see the purple, but then your eyes start to alter everything around you as the light refracts off of the purple, making other things purple, and you're pretty sure the roof is actually purple. You could roll an insight with disadvantage, but you're appreciating it for what it is at the very least, and you're seeing the bridge go up and over.
Rolled 20.
I see that, and you're as you're going up and over the bridge, everything seemed normal, other than everything felt great, and you feel the music of the castle just throbbing in the background. And as that was the cool night, fresh air just rushing against your face, kind of feels like it's sobering you up, because the colors that you're seeing at the edges of your vision do fade as you see the top of the castle and this purple just excellency, and you're going over top of the the bridge, and you look forward now into the next district where you're headed. It seems like of the Red Ring district. You can guess because all the roofs in the direction you're headed are red, and you come descending over that bridge into that district along the road. That's kind of this orangish tile work, and you keep going along there until you stop in front of it was probably only 15-20 minute ride before you stop in front of this what looks like a mundane house establishment and two large pink pigs off to either side of the entry stoop of the place. And he says, "We're here!" And he knocks on the carriage
I attempt to leave the
as
carriage.
it rolls to a stop. Are you the first one trying to leave? How do you turn a door handle?
Yep, I'm just walking towards the door. Not
I
gonna
don't
attempt to
need
open it, just gonna walk towards it.
When
We all
he
attempt to scramble out as well.
I
knocked
don't
on the
need
carriage,
to
it didn't
open a door handle.
Okay.
Just hopping down.
You're feeling veritably refreshed, although as you hop down and stand on your two hooves, Nep, they are a little wobbly. I hear Kat and the Robertsons leaving the carriage. Is Mime
Yep.
and
Yeah.
Hamilton?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow everybody.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna help out.
Okay. Guys, and Timothy just points to what looks like a regular house. You don't even see flashing lights. You don't see any lights on inside the house, it looks like. But he says, "Yeah, just knock on the door, and go inside. Did anyone give you the passcode this evening?" And he looks inside of his vest. Looks like he's looking at something.
I
Nope,
forgot
we don't
very
know.
loudly.
Shit.
Don't think so. Did you
Ah.
have?
Well, you're going to, and he pulls pulls something out of his vest. He unfolds a piece of paper, was what it looks like, and he says, "Today is Thursday, this time of this month." And okay, here we go. You're going to want to rub the left pig's snout, and then smack the right pig's ass, and then you're going to knock on the door 3 times. There we go.
Okay.
That's
Oh no.
the passcode.
Mime puts their finger on their nose and said, "This is not my job. I will never remember. This is complicated."
Okay. You
Okay,
just
so rub
And
the
Nep,
snout, smack the ass, and
Nep, you heard blah 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 blah.
I'm also trash, so how does that?
It looks like it's up to Hamilton.
You can do it.
We got
I
this.
also do want to note I'm
Rar-
still on the drawbridge at the castle.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I didn't move the.
Yeah.
You, Rarlson, Cat, and Nep are all hearing more or less the only part you heard is smack ass.
Yeah.
I turn to the nearest person and attempt to slap their butt with my wing.
Ooh.
Which looks to be either Mame or one of the Rarlsons.
One of the Rarlsons.
It's definitely Jeffrey. He jumps a little bit and then kind of bashfully looks over his shoulder and then looks at the door. Did it work?
The door seems to be closed. Hamilton, you understood all of that, though.
Okay.
I'm just gonna approach the door now.
This road is so fancy. I'm gonna look at Timothy and be like, "Thanks, Tim." So it's real solid. Give him the finger guns.
Does Tim need a tip? Should we tip him?
Just a tip.
I'm gonna stumble back to tip him.
Didn't Tim already get a gold piece from us?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I gave it to him. But again, I'm gonna stumble back and I'm gonna just like fly up to his little seat and land on one of his legs. And again, I'm gonna dip my head into my satchel. And where the hell did my inventory go? I'm just gonna give him another gold piece.
And he goes, "Oh, well, this will feed the youngsters well for the next month. Thank you." And he tips his hat and tucks the gold piece away into his vest.
I nod
Okay.
my head very drunkenly at him, and then just leap off the carriage.
Guess that's how you ensue future service. I'm
And-
sure.
And he slaps the reins and rides off. Actually turning around, and he says, "Just flash the card. I'll be at the stables for the evening. I'll just mention the rum rollers' names. I think it is. I've heard it been said." As he rides off, just around the corner. It seems like.
Bye. He's nice.
What a swell fella.
I know, right?
All
All
right,
right,
so
I stumble my way back to the door.
Mima's just
door
gonna look back and forth from one pig to the other, and like we do something to the pigs.
Alright, everyone step back. I got this. I know my way around an oinker. Said it was the right pig? Slap, slap, honk, honk, slip, slap.
Roll me a performance.
Honestly, because I forgot to order it, you said shit.
I know, I'm just imagining you straddling the pig and doing weird things to it.
Oh,
Maybe
I
this
hope
will
that's
get us
not
in.
But it's both pigs.
So you do like rub the snout of this right one and then slap its ass, and then you don't see anything happening, so you get on top of it and like try to like massage it from the front, and then it like, okay, maybe I need to warm it up, or massaging its back. That's about it.
with Mike. Where's the chicken?
Apply
I
chicken
forgot.
liberally.
And look at you. Bagok!
This porker needs a cock. So I'll hop off and I'll resituate. And I'll do it again.
You are a little bit more gentle this time, but you do both of all of the things that you said, and then at the very end, you are pressing its ear and says, "Please let us in."
Yeah.
And nothing happens.
Little pig, little.
Wait, maybe this is something to do with like the big bad wolf. We have to pretend we're the big bad wolf. Like,
Yes,
try
you blow
blowing
that-
on it.
You
Yes.
well, everyone turn your back then.
Can we try to roll a history check to remember what the hell we were supposed to do?
Oh Jesus!
I mean, I remember, but I don't think Cat remembers.
We're all trashed.
You guys are standing outside, just slapping these pigs around and rubbing them, and then from the front door, it cracks open, and you just hear some of the loudest music you ever heard, which you don't even think it's music at first. You're all startled, and some brilliant lights flood out into the night that you're standing out there, and they go, "Fuck's trying to get in, and why are you slapping our pigs around?"
Oh, hey!
I was
Cool!
It worked! The door's open. I just walk through whatever opening she's left. I'm sure it's small enough for me to fit through, even if she's just poking her head out. And I just march in.
The person standing in the doorway and says, "No, chicken, get out!" Pushes you out. Who's out here? What's going on?
Hey, that's cat, not chicken.
I begawk indignantly as I guess I drunkenly fall down the stairs.
Hey,
Or
we
you-
were invited here, man.
Where's Kevin, man?
Cat. Seems. Let me just roll this with.
Wait, don't we have papers or something? Hold on, let's check.
We ate them, didn't we?
Oh, it's sweet.
No,
So-
we ate the one with the balance.
Yeah, we
Dave,
need the
what
one that says we're cool.
So
don't
the
think that's
person seems to have some sort of coming to Jesus moment, looking down at Cat and goes, "Oh, okay, this is the rum rollers."
I stand up drunkenly. Begawk!
Roommate's gonna give him some finger guns.
Oh,
yeah, those guys.
the queen is waiting for you in, or rather, has set some quarters aside for you all. But please feel free to use the dance floor. Should I take any of your coats? And the doors flung wide open.
All four of us tried to like scramble through immediately
Yeah,
and
Roommate's
dash off into different directions.
just gonna shoot some finger guns and walk past.
Pew pew.
I'm trying to grab all of you. So there we go. And off we go.
It's a whole
We're in the
different map.
blackness. Not again.
The
That's where
void.
the party's
This is
happening.
a cool bar. I can't even feel my
guys-
hands.
Whoa.
You guys
Look
Well,
walk
at this.
inside, and in the center of the bumpin' music that is just, you're not even sure if you're hearing it or if you're feeling it at this point, because it's emanating from every space and it's flooding through your whole body, and you're struggling, except you, Nep, who are immediately dancing to the music, with little disregard to anything else. And you see in the center of the dance floor a large crystalline structure that's just refracting different colored light all throughout to the different tones and basses and music of the night. And a bunch of people and creatures undulating in the middle of the dance floor.
Nice.
Sounds like a great time.
Okay, so zoomed out because we all have to zoom in when you first transfer us. I thought these slugs had like cat heads.
Cat slugs.
Oh yeah, these guys here.
No, I'm talking about these guys. Or there, these,
Oh, these
guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I see it.
Well, Mime's gonna go to the bar because for this kind of a party, Mime needs more alcohol or more something. I can't move.
I
Well,
can't
can I
move
move?
either. I think we're stuck together.
Oh, I can
I've seen
move.
one of their rocks.
Yeah, but we're identifying the same spot.
You identify as the same spot.
Oh, I can move now. Can you move yourself, Mime?
The little move cursor appears above my person, but I can't move.
Mm.
Oh, that is weird. I can't. Can I move other people? I can't move them with my arrow keys, but I can move everybody with just drag and drops. I don't know what's up with that.
Oh, there we go. Now I can move.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm gonna go, to the bar. I hope I can see over it.
I'm gonna hop up
Uh,
onto the bar and order a drink. Or just begawk wildly until someone comes over to me.
Yeah, you should stay close to me.
And a grizzly-looking bartender kind of comes over and goes, what are you gonna have?
I'll speak. 3 of the finest rums for me and my friends here.
Finest. Whoa. It's gonna be pretty penny. Or 12. So,
We're guests of the queen. I believe it should all be gratis.
Oh. Do you have the group name?
We are the rum rollers.
Oh, fucking A. Yeah. He just kind of is like exuberated by the fact he's like, my sister's lost her magics. I hope you can do something for her. The queen has promised that you would, and the drinks would be on the house for these reasons, and that I'd be paid back. So I'm really excited. And he just runs away and grabs like
He just runs
3
away.
bottles.
He's just gone.
Have I seen this? Is this person passed out, or is this a dead person?
Yeah, seems to be a person passed out in front of some doors to the right as you guys had walked in next to the bar. Definitely an orc of some sort just laying in front of another set of doors.
It's fine.
They're breathing. There's no vomit or anything. They're just what seems to be asleep on the floor.
That checks out.
And he comes running back and he slams down 3 bottles and he says, "This ought to hold you over." And it's one is clear, one is an amberish dark color, and one is almost midnight black.
I'll reach over for the amber one.
Let's start with the midnight black one.
Well, in my professional opinion, I would guess one is a white rum, one is a spiced rum, and one is a blackstrap.
This fella's got the straight of it.
Do we get glasses?
Oh yes, and he goes under the bar and just grabs a stack of them and sets them in front of you.
How big are these glasses?
I think he probably gets their finger guns.
These are probably just about normal tumbler glasses sitting in front of you. And he did set the glasses in front of Kat, but had set the bottles along in front of Mime, essentially. And when you had grabbed for the center one, which is the amber one, Flint or Hamilton, there were two more. Are you grabbing for a glass and everything too? I'm guessing.
Yes.
Pouring.
But I just wanted to make sure that I got the spiced one, and then they can fight over the other 2.
Wait, you're
Why
gonna
do
keep the whole
somebody
bottle to
pour me a
yourself?
drink?
Can we get a straw for our friend Cat here?
Can chickens just use straws?
They don't have
In a magical, mystical universe, they can.
What is this straw you speak of?
It's like a small piece of bamboo that you would put in your drink to siphon the liquid out of your glass.
Oh, I know. I'm gonna use Mage Hand. I'm gonna cast Mage Hand to pour myself a drink. Should I roll anything?
That is the best use of Mage Hand ever.
You do you need a verbal and a semantic for that one, I believe?
Yes. So I'm gonna cast Mage Hand, and I'm just going to make a short clucking sound at the dark rum bottle.
And the semantic portion, which is emotion of some sort.
Well, I figured it could just be like the bobbing of my head as I cluck.
Okay, so you're kind of like bobbing your head at that. I got you now.
And I'm just kind of like settled down in front of the glass that I want the Mage Hand to pour into.
And your bottle comes out, or your hand only appears to you. I think it is correct. No one else can really see it either, huh?
Yeah, spectral floating hand.
Oh, okay, so everybody can see it. There's a feathered hand that comes out of nowhere and grabs the bottle and grabs a glass off the top and starts pouring you a glass in front of you.
Oh, you have fingers.
I also set it to pour a glass for Mime as well before putting the bottle down. And then I just start, I guess, I just start dunking my head into the thing and taking slight sips.
Oh, Mime's gonna start taking some drinks.
I'll hold up my glass to my companions here and be like, for a better tomorrow.
I begawk in agreement and go back to dunking my head into my drink.
Ah, Rarl, welcome to the party.
Hello. We're gonna go up to the guy who's passed out. Hey, buddy, do you want to keep partying with us? Not if you say if you want to. And we nod his head. Yay! We pick him up and start weekend at Bernie'sing him.
Oh, okay.
This is our new friend.
They burnize him and carry him around.
Performance.
Feel the burn.
Damn.
What is up
What is
with
with my
rolls?
threes?
Jesus.
It was a 2 and a 3 all day.
Yeah, the fuck. You succeed in picking them up. Your companions
Yay!
are quite certain that of what you're doing, but everybody else just doesn't seem to care.
We begin kind of like crowd surfing him.
In the crowd, it seems to sort of work because as you all four kind of pick him up on your hands and pass him off to the next person, they're sort of forced to grab onto them or be buried under him. So this person is just being passed around in the crowd.
We nod to each other. The job well done. We walk up to the bar and order drinks.
Well, you walk up to the bar and you see that your companions have already got drinks in front of them.
Ooh, that's nice. We would
bottle.
like some of these. Oh, they have bottles.
Yes, we have right now in front of us. We have a clear bottle and a dark bottle, and the dark bottle is opened. That was the one we were pouring. A third bottle has disappeared.
Into Hamilton's gullet as he's drinking. I didn't see a constitution from Hamilton or.
Let's say as Kat was describing
Kat.
the bottles, Hamilton, I'll reach up onto the counter and pull the amber bottle closer to myself.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh god, I rolled a 0.
So
Immediately vomit.
uh,
Wow.
Falls off
No.
the counter. Falls off the
No.
bar.
I would say all inhibitions are lost. Currently, Nep has walked into the bar to explain that particular piece of the fact, and is just staring at the crystal with the largest of eyes, and unable to stop dancing for music. You can move around freely, but while you're moving, you are dancing to the beat. No, there's nothing stopping the motion of your body to this music.
Dance to the beat of the drum.
And you're loving every second of it because it feels flipping amazing. Like like you just somehow taken a bubble bath with the most cleansing salts, and your ears are being caressed by angels, and you've just ejaculated 4 times. And
Hearing his bath salts.
as towards, I don't know if you're moving or doing anything with that, Nip.
I'm kind of feeling like I want more paper, but I'm just grooving. Although I probably will have to go in a bit.
Okay, no, that's fair. You watch the
We look
Rarlsons.
queen now.
Yes,
it might
I am
be-
entertained by the Rawlsons and the lights.
And you'd seen the Rawlsons pass the orc off into the crowd while everybody else was ordering a drink. You see more or less, but the soberness of the ride over is definitely, you can tell, fading, especially after you had seen the crystal and felt the music. And you're losing track of where your friends are, even though they're only like 20 feet away from you. You're just engrossed in the music. You can barely focus on anything that's not literally right in front of you, which are lasers and lights and mist and fog and music.
Sounds like an
And
extreme ADHD time.
yeah, it is. And
Sounds like my life.
as for everyone else that's taking a drink there, it looks like other than Captain Mime, who is just taking a sip, I'm gonna guess again. Unless you didn't want to, and go ahead, in that case, roll with disadvantage for the drink. Because everyone else is taking a gulp of their drink and are well and truly inebriated, because as that one goes down, so smooth, so clean, you can feel your head just almost as if it were floating off of your body, and the music just rocking you, and you start to tap your feet, all of you, and the worries of the day are just washing completely away, and all the things that you thought of before now don't even matter. And including you, Mime, even
That's
though,
dangerous. Yeah, I'm gonna take another drink.
because you can tell that this is some really well-aged shit that the barkeep has just given you.
You definitely didn't give us the bottom shelf.
Nope.
I'm just gonna be like nesting there, like right on the countertop, and my head just kind of like bobbing back and forth to the music. And I'm just gonna bagok and yep.
The Rarlsons are doing like that techno hand dance with their painted fingernails because it's glow in the dark paint.
Oh, nice.
What is happening? Oh, they serve food here? That's good.
Here, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Mind if I kind of dip out now?
No, I think this is a good stopping point too, because
Yeah.
good way to come back into it next time, right? Be in the middle of a party.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have to go too.
Sorry,
Good.
I didn't really want to cut it short, but
No,
No,
we're right
right
on. Yeah, we're right on it.
All about it. Good work. Good session.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got drunk.
Made a
I
deal
think
with
a
the
little-
queen.
Get crunk. Guys, we're business owners now. We're stockholders.
That's right.
Capital.
Yay, capitalism!
That's how you get ahead in the D&D world, is you introduce capitalism. There's no monopoly laws here.
Oh, that's right.
Who says there's monopoly laws here? Well, I mean,
True.
besides
Well, there are, but they're not
enforced.
laws like you
Not good
follow.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Alright.
Well, I'm gonna hop off. See you
Lovely
guys
session,
next
y'all.
week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
thanks for a session.
Have a good one, all.
Bye.
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 Dancing Queen.
A grand and wonderful thank you for those who took the time and made it here, to the end of the episode, where I know sometimes we are long-winded and others we are just dead silent. I don't know what to tell you. This is raw here, folks. Please remember to like and subscribe, and you can help support us just by listening. But you can also provide even more support, if you like, by going to Anchor FM page and following the support link there. If you do so, I will personally work in an NPC or an idea, whatever you'd like to hear played out. If you want, you can get a hold of us through one of our many options, including voice messages on Anchor FM, or DM to our Twitter, or any other social media that you can find us, YouTube, etc. You can share your ideas, otherwise listen for the shout out and thank you for making it through.